Hi everyone, it's Caroline. Welcome to the Hillside Desk and thank you for coming along today. I am just arrived from our daughter's place and a really fun weekend we had together and helping out a bit. Now I'm playing. I must do some catch up in my Christmas December journal, and I have pulled together some scraps from my desk. I've got a few things to get my page going. My inspiration is this bag that I received when shopping, and it has a tree on it. I'm gonna call it a pine, a balsam, a Christmas tree, and this was an inspiration for me. I also have this piece of experimental jelly print that I'm going to maybe use in the background, and I want to use some of my Kooky paper that I made one evening a couple weeks ago, and I have a little bit of a video on this, but I wanted to use this also. This is the plain page today, and then I pulled out also some little bits of lace and ribbon that I have, and my string. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to use my Kooky paper, some of it as some background here, part of it anyway, and I would like to use the tree. Now the tree is about the size of the page. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to take this apart. I want to decorate the tree a little bit. I'm going to put some of the, this is really cute ribbon, and I might cut some of these off and just use them as snowflakes. That was an idea. I saw that hanging out of my little basket. I might even do half of the tree, and then I'll have some spots here. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. And I wanted to use this. I need to find out how I'm going to incorporate this. I think I go... The side that I used, this is the wax paper side. This is just the glue side. Oh, that piece just fell right off. That's all right. I can glue that on. I could do either side. I'm going to go this way. A little bit of background. I want to keep it a little bit more neutral. You can see this, the page beside here is very vibrant in color. So I think my my plan to keep it more neutral would be good. And this is going to go here. This is going to come off. And let's just go layer some up here. And I think what I'll do is a little bit of a tear job, There we go. And I still have some spots here, so I'm going to fill those in too. And what should I use? I think I'll stick with the Kooky paper. I was thinking I might use this, and I might use this paper for making a tag or a journaling card. But as I was saying, I might pop this up here and put a little bit of a stand down here. I just did a little bit more collaging with my Kooky paper, and that's all I have left of that one little sample that I made, so that's really fun. I can use that. I do have this other one here with this pretty teal green color, so we'll see if I can use that. What I was thinking now that I'm talking with you is I was going to use part of this as my little tree stump. going to pull out my vintage photo. I probably should get the darker one, but this one's available. So I'll do that. Okay, that's all right like that. And let's see about this. The other thing I can do is I can leave a space open here and use this as a tuck spot. I may do that. I'm going to use this as my background. I want to give this a little more grunge. Oh, look at what's going on. Don't you love it? The stitching from the other side is, it's embossing itself. Let's just go all the way. May not see it, may not use it, but it's there. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, I like that. And let's take a look. If I put this up here and over, oh, I like that idea. This can be torn. Or the tree stump, just something different. Okay, so now I'm going to, I'm going to do some gluing down here. If I keep it open and then I don't want to do that, I don't want to use it as a pocket, I can close it up too. Tree stump. Why wouldn't we use? Not going to see a whole lot of it. And why wouldn't we use a little piece of a security envelope as a tree stump? You can't really see it, it's just an idea. That's fine. This is pretty big here. Oh, my fingers. Let's try and do a little decorating. Now I could go in with paint, and I still may. I have my gold and silver paint. But I did see these as little snowflakes, so I thought this would be fun. Oh, and I just had an idea because we need a star on the top, I think. That's what I would like to do. So I'm just giving sort of an idea here of what little snowflakes. And I can go in with, I have some, I have red paint, and I think what I'll do is I'll do some little, maybe some little berries. So here with this, I'm going to make a star for the top. That's what I think I'm going to do. And how am I going to do that? I need to draw a star out because I won't be able to cut one very well. So if I take a pencil, of course you can see the pencil mark. I'm going to try to erase it. Or I will doodle on it. This one, this end looks good too. That looks kind of like wood. But this has some sparkle on it. And I like that one. I do like that. The other idea I had for this is wire in here. I wonder if I can take the wire out. I just found the end of the wire, so I can take it out. There's the other one, very hard to see. I can hardly see it myself. Oh, these will be fun. You know what, I just had an idea. I think I'll use the wire to embellish my star. Okay, we're doing a whole winging it style here. I'm going to glue on my little stars. Just going to stick them on there. Different materials, lots of texture, and still pretty light for this journal. Now this is lifting right here, so I'm just going to put some glue right along the seam here, and I don't mind if I have to recrease. I have been working on my heart ring, my prompt heart ring, and thank you everyone for giving me more words. I do want to have 100 hearts on there, and I will recap what I'm going to do. Now this is I don't know, it's not a formal challenge, but it's an invitation to anyone. It's really because I love doing prompts, and I thought, you know what, I might as well do something like that for myself. But I'm going to open it up to anybody, because if you want to, or if you like to do prompts, it's not for everybody. But I would like to do a prompt page a week. That's really the biggest commitment I want right now. And then that way, if you want to, you can, follow along. And it's all about your own interpretations and what the prompts mean to you. There is no right or wrong. There are no amounts of doing it. If you want to do all the prompts that are pulled, you can. Or let's say you're working on your page and you sort of want another idea, you can sort of say, oh, well, okay, I'll use that word from that prompt. There are no rules. I get a kick out of watching people work with prompts, and I love to work with prompts. It just really gets my creative, my creative imagination. It might make me pull something out that I wouldn't use and put them together, and you can make a story with it, or you can just simply put whatever the word or the phrase is on the page. I'm going to cut one more of these. There's so many different approaches to using a prompt. And for me, I also use, like when I go for a walk and, I could look at something on our walk and I be prompted or inspired to do something. And that's really all it means. That's what it means to me anyway. There are the snowflakes. I love it. Okay, so that is good. And I have this really pretty piece of ribbon. just slicing up the side of the decorative, the silvery part. I'm going to run a line. I'm going to go like this. See if that works. I'm very fumbly right now. Kind of going in and out, down and around. Maybe I'll go down like this. Decorating my tree on the page. Don't need a lot of decorations on it. Now I haven't decided which day I'm going to do the prompts, and so I will let you know. And I think it'd be so fun to see what everybody does. A very special woodland tree. I will also mention if anybody wants to share what they're doing, if they want to take part with the prompt, the heart prompts, then definitely, you know, use the hashtag. Then we can see what everyone's doing. If you choose to share. So I think what I'll do is I'll use some string just to give it some more shab, a little bit of shabby. Pull some of this off. We'll just do a little bit more right here. Now I'm going to do my little wire around the star. So I think what I'll do is I'll wrap it around. Oh, this could go all wrong. I probably should have done this on, back this up on cardstock. Why I'm doing it this way, I don't know. I could probably just cut the wire and put it on there, but you know, we're doing it this way. We're wrapping. I'm wrapping the wire around it. So tiny, but I like it. I like fiddly. I'll bend that back. Guess I just want that sort of rustic feeling. And I'm not wasting anything. And what I'm going to do with this little, I'm going to curly cue it. I'm going to glue this down now. So wish me luck with that part. I should make one of these for my tree because we had a star that was a lit up star, and it finally bit the dust. Just doesn't want to light up, doesn't want to cooperate anymore. So maybe I should make one. I have lots of wood, lots of scrap wood, that's for sure. Oh, I think she's cute. And how am I going to get that little... I know I'm going to use my darning needle, the needle that I use to make my sew my signatures in. I'm just going to wrap this around. It will be hard to see. Very little curly Q. You can see it just right there. I'll just leave it like that. I think that'll be fine. Oh, wow, I went a little overboard. The end of a paintbrush will work. Let's do some berries. I'll have to let these dry. Maybe a little bit up here. Tiny, couple little ones. While I wait for my little dots to dry, I want to make a journaling card or two. And I cut these out of one of my my food and drink magazine that I got from my local liquor and wine store. And I thought I would put these on the tags. I want to use the rest of this, so I'm going to trim this off. They're just going to be tucked in here. Cover up the hole maybe. There's a little tiny space right there. I can put this like that. You know, it's just for myself. I think it's a nice it's a nice piece of artwork on its own because it's collaged. It's Kooky paper put together with strips of junk. This is a fun little embellishment as a present. I can actually add, now that I'm thinking about it, I have some leftover ribbon trim. Kind of shabby. Okay, so that can sit there and dry. I think I'll put that on there. Inspiration is all around. What's cool and totally not planned is that this paper was made months and months ago, and there's also red in the on the tag in the paper, which is also in the background of this page image. And I also have this sentiment that came out of a magazine. Time spent creating, and I'm going to use that. I think what I'll do is I'll cut it up. Time spent creating. Yeah, I think I will. I think that's where it'll go. My moppy string. There we are, the Christmas tree. Well, thank you for joining me today while I created this page for December the 18th. And what I did was I used my my Kooky paper that I had made. Here's a little bit that's left over. I used one whole or one particular page that I made of it, decoupage or put it on the back on the base, and then I used my ink to edge around and happily found the stitching on the other side of the page came out as an embossing element, which is really fun. I used a paper bag that had the Christmas tree or a pine tree on it, and I also used a little piece of the paper to make the trunk, and just did some decorating on it with some ribbon, some decorative ribbon that I tore apart, and I just glued it on. I used some red dots, some paint dots on there, and I also did a little bit of gold dots. I cut out a star that you can see here, and then I also added the wire that I took out of the edge of the trim, and I put it around the star and put that on the top. I took some of the rest of the paper, I did some journaling on there, made a card. Oh, and I put some magazine images that were presents on here, and I used the part of the jelly printing that I had done and made a tag out of that. Used some magazine words and just put that time spent creating. And then I did some journaling on that side. And that is my entry of my journal for today. Thanks everyone for coming along. I really appreciate it. Ooh, I gotta go get some tea. Stay cozy and be adventurous. Thank you for joining me. I'll be with you really soon, and we will talk a little bit more about what I'm going to do with the January heart prompts. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.